right, it's the Wrestling Caucus. I'm Peter A.
I'm Smiley Ariaga.
And you can listen to the Wrestling Caucus wherever you get podcasts, and you can follow us on the socials at Wrestling Caucus on Twitter and at the Wrestling Caucus on Instagram. And you can listen to the entire archive of the Wrestling Caucus over at peteraradio.com/the Wrestling Caucus. And I'm fresh off a plane from Minneapolis. I came from Full Gear, had an amazing time. It was so much fun. I think the Target Center is a great place to see a wrestling show, and Minneapolis is a beautiful city. And Smiley, I know you were home watching it on pay-per-view. So yeah, let's just jump right in. Unless there's a specific thing you want to talk about first, but
there is actually.
Okay.
There is. You want to know my pay-per-view experience?
What?
So okay, God bless our dad who paid for the pay-per-view through Fios. But apparently that night Fios was having terrible pay-per-view streaming all across the board. So literally for the first 20 minutes of the show, for the first half of not 20 minutes, I'm lying. For the first half of MJF's match, for the first few, not for the first half, first few minutes of it, it was bad, static, clipping, I'm talking Cyberpunk 2077 glitchy, it was just unwatchable. And I felt bad because he paid mad money for the pay-per-view. So while he's troubleshooting and, sending a formal complaint, I get my laptop and I find, some sites. So we were able to watch the rest of the show.
You could have tried BR Live.
Well, that's the thing. I thought about paying for it on BR Live.
Not BR Live. Now it's not on BR Live anymore. It's on you go to the actual Bleacher Report site, you can watch it there.
I was gonna get it on there, but then Dad was like, oh, I was like, Dad, if it's easier for you to get it through the cable box, do that. But then I was like, crap, I forgot streaming HD stuff through Fios Live is not good. So we were able to find a good stream, and man, I was able to watch the show. I'm glad it would be awkward if I came here saying, well, I couldn't watch the show because, well.
Well, okay, so I want to talk about the buy-in actually, and
I missed. That was what when I said first 20 minutes of the show, that's what I meant. I missed pretty much all the buy-in.
Okay, but I don't even want to talk specifically about the match. The match was actually fine, actually, and the crowd loved it and they were into it. It was Thunder Rosa and it was Hikaru Shida and what's her name, Nyla Rose and Jamie Hayter. And the match was solid. It wasn't a 5-star classic or anything, but it was fine. Thunder Rosa came off as a huge star. Oh my God, she came out a lot of the Mexican wrestlers that are wrestling on the card. They came off. The crowd absolutely loved them, and they knocked it out of the park. But my question to you is, because we were talking about last time, we kind of had to defeat all of the WWE stigmas and the Vince McMahon isms, the bad things about his ideologies. And that being the pre-show, right? So do you think wrestling, whoever, barring from a Kenny Omega or Chris Jericho or CM Punk, do you think wrestlers that are on the buy-in or the pre-show is a bad thing or what? Because I was thinking a lot about this idea.
Well, I don't think wrestlers on the card is any other wrestler on the card on the buy-in is a bad idea, but Thunder Rosa on the buy-in is a bad idea, especially if she got the reaction you said she did. Why the hell is she on not on the pay-per-view? You know what I mean? She should. I look, if I was if I was Tony Khan's buddy, I'd be like, hey, Thunder Rosa maybe should probably be on the main card. She gets better reactions than some people who are on the actual card. She got a better reaction than Cody. She did.
But
that I was able to see even through the horrible reception.
Now, AEW, right? They're not WWE. They don't have they didn't wipe out their pay-per-view business because they have so much concrete revenue that they don't really need pay-per-view revenue. And now they got $3 billion, $1 billion multimedia deal. They don't need pay-per-view anymore. So it doesn't matter what's on the quote unquote pre-show. It doesn't matter. AEW, they pay-per-view is an important part of their business. They need pay-per-view buys. You put a match on the buy-in and it's free. It's a free match on YouTube or wherever. that may sway someone who's on the fence about buying the pay-per-view or not, right? I think you need to make, I think AEW fans know that, maybe some, not all.
But isn't that the job of the promo though? Isn't that the job of promos on TV?
No. That's very important. But there's some people, even with all of that, that still are on the fence about buying the show. You know, the buy-in match can make or break somebody from buying the pay-per-view or not. Because WWE, the pre-show doesn't matter because who cares? Whatever. I'm not buying the show. No one's buying the show unless you're going to the show. But AEW needs to get pay-per-view buys. So you need a match on the show that's going to probably make people want to buy the show. Now, that being said, I think that you just have to be careful about who's on this match. That's all. But like, I think, you know, because again, when I look at every wrestling company, I just think of each show as a different philosophy and what they do. Like, if you only see one show, well, I think that's the point of why we do this. If you watch one show, you're only gonna think one way. So, but anyway, I don't know.
But look, World Wrestling goofiness aside, like I have no problem with a buy-in. I just don't you want to put the best people on Dark on the buy-in? You want to put the best people on Evolution on the buy-in? Sure. A Thunder Rosa shouldn't be on the buy-in. That's just me. That's like and it's not in the sense that like the buy-in doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, we've seen buy-ins when are entertaining. Like, you know, Battle Royal, like a Battle Royal should be on the buy-in. You know what I mean? Like a fun Battle Royal should be on the buy-in, or fun like ladder match should be in a buy-in, I guess. I don't know. Well, okay, mainly Battle Royal. But a Jamie Hayter, fine. Thunder Rosa, she should be on the main card.
Yeah.
Like, especially if she got the reaction you said she did.
Yep.
But like I don't know. It's just like in terms of like maybe the buy-in could sway some people into buying the show. But what swayed me into going through all that trouble to watch that show was stuff like Eddie Kingston getting in CM Punk's face multiple times, or Eddie Kingston getting in Bryan Danielson's face. Things that happen on the show are what get me to want to watch the pay-per-view.
Yeah, the thing is,
but I understand. Like, look. Me not, to be clear, me not wanting a Thunder Rosa on the buy-in or pre-show has nothing to do with WWE.
No.
Regardless of what company, I think the best people who are like up and coming people who are getting better should, like those are the people you put on the buy-in. Like, you know, and you can still have a good like buy-in, but a Thunder Rosa, like, oh, she should probably be on the main card. But you know, that's just me though.
Okay. All right, let's get into the main card. I really want to talk about MJF versus, well, actually, no. Before we get into that, I want to point out some things that I saw when I was at the Target Center. Before I even entered in the building, we were waiting for the doors to open up. The one thing I did see a lot of, and you know, this will probably tie into what we're going to talk about, you know, later on when we get into the card a little bit. There were tons of CM Punk stuff. I can't tell you, from every demographic you can think of, women, children, grown men, CM Punk merch everywhere. It was every other shirt I saw was Phil Brooks in some way, shape, or form. That motherfucker is ubiquitous in this industry right now. It is uncanny. I haven't seen anything like that since maybe actually, the first WWE show I went to like by myself, right? That SmackDown in 2013, right? You know, all the years watching wrestling, never really gone to a WWE show. CM Punk wasn't even on that show. I saw CM Punk shirts everywhere, and he was kind of away with injury. He fucked up his knee during the Undertaker match. But this guy, he's been gone almost a decade. And like, I swear to God, like this guy has some sort of magnet, and he's magnetic. He just pulls people in, and wow, it was unbelievable. That's a star right there. So yeah. So main card, MJF versus Darby Allin. What did you think?
Oh, MJF is incredible. He literally had a counter for everything. Like he had a counter for everything, and like it was counters I'd never seen before. Like there was one counter where I think he had Darby on his back that looked like he had him like on his back that like like when you pick up someone in a power bomb and they like kind of hang behind you. He flipped him over into a power bomb from his back. I'm not describing it well, but like, oh my, MJ was doing stuff that I've never seen from like a guy like him.
Yeah,
stuff that I didn't think he would do in a match. Like it wasn't like ridiculous stuff that was like, oh God, don't do that again. Like it was like, whoa, what the hell?
Yeah,
wow,
I think
no one else on the card did that.
I remember seeing MJF an MLW on TV and live. He wasn't like the greatest ever, or maybe he just didn't want to do anything. Not saying he's lazy or whatever, but like maybe he's just just smart, being a heel, right? Or being smart. Yeah. But he never did anything crazy and anything flashy. But let me just say, this guy has improved tremendously. He is much better than he was a year ago.
He was damn good a year ago.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with him a year ago.
Him and Jungle Boy at Double or Nothing 2020 in front of nobody was fucking amazing. I thought like, okay, this guy is gonna do old school heel tactics. He's gonna be like Flair. He's not gonna do a whole lot. He's gonna give the babyface a whole lot. But no, he was exchanging holds. I was taken aback. I was amazed by this guy. And the thing is, leading up to it, MJF he's so young, but he just gets it. He's putting over his opponent. He's a heel, but he's putting them over. So they look credible. Like he just gets it. He said, part of the 4 pillars, right? Fucking Sammy Guevara, Jungle Boy, MJF, and Darby Allin. He's beat all of them. But man, it was that match was just, and that was the theme of the whole show to me. I don't care what anybody thinks about AEW or whatever the fuck. This show was about the future. It was about making stars. That's all it was. And you saw the main event, which we'll talk about, but it was just about the future. It was about, okay, yeah, we got CM Punk, we got Bryan Danielson, we got Kenny Omega, but these motherfuckers ain't going to be here forever. So we got to think about 10 years from now. That's how you got to think in wrestling. You got to think way down the line, but, oh, man, I love that match.
MJF's selling of his knee was so good.
Oh man!
I told you I was watching with Dad, and like he thought he was hurt for real. Well, it was kind of funny because like Dad went back and forth from saying, "Oh, well, he didn't scream during the Finger 4," but then like the next second he'd be like, "Oh, he looks like he's hurt for real." I'm like, maybe like his MJF selling is that good.
And one kid was like, I die laughing. This kid was like, "Twist his dick." Oh my God.
Jesus.
Yes.
No, that's awesome. Like Joey Ryan crap. You don't want that wrestling no more.
No, you just, I thought it was funny. This, out of nowhere, this kid just shouts, "Twist his dick." It's hysterical.
Ty Conti and Britt Baker was really fun.
Okay.
That was very fun. There were moments where I actually thought Ty Conti might win. Like, even though I don't know if I'm kind of glad she didn't win, even though I do like Ty Conti a lot, but like I don't think it was time yet. But yeah, that match was very good. Like, how long did it go? It felt like it went like 30 minutes.
Oh, no, it didn't go no 30 minutes.
Oh,
they went in a while. I don't know if it wasn't. I don't know. I don't know honestly, but I don't think it was 30 minutes.
I mean, I never felt like it dragged. Like it was just
no.
Very fun to watch. It was like they kind of. I like that they took their time with. It feel like they took their time with everything in that match.
Yeah, and I really liked how I think whoever put maybe it was Tony Khan. It's probably Tony Khan, but the show order, the match order, great. It was perfect because I'm glad they put CM Punk and Eddie Kingston after Britt Baker and Tay Conti, because that match would have died. It would have died because you have two of the bigger stars in the promotion. They had the match that they had, which we'll talk about, and then you have Britt Baker and Tay Conti, they're great, but they're not CM Punk and Eddie Kingston. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if Tony Khan did that, if that was all him, that was very smart. But yeah, I did like the Britt Baker Tay Conti because they worked very, very hard. They really went out there and tried to have a really good match. It wasn't the greatest match in the world, It wasn't bad either. It was fine. It was good. I would say it was good. I would say it was good.
It was very good. Yeah. It was better than a lot of matches they have on TV. It was very good.
Yeah, if you're gonna have a pay-per-view title match and you're trying to make somebody like Tay Conti, you're trying to make her. They're trying to make her a star. And I thought that it was great. And she came off like the crowd loved her, and of course they loved Britt Baker. And I do see down the line Britt Baker's gonna be babyface.
I don't remember the last time Britt Baker was booed for anything.
With Cody, heel, babyface, it does not matter. Because with Cody,
I feel like he's mostly hated.
Yeah, but he's not getting it's not like storyline heat. You know what I mean? It's not like MJF heat. It's not like Dan Lambert heat. They just don't like Cody. Straight up. It doesn't matter if he's a babyface or a heel. If you make Cody a quote unquote heel, ain't nothing gonna change. Well, so you're gonna turn him heel so they can cheer him because he's a cool bad guy? It doesn't make any sense.
No, but that's like nothing this guy does gets him cheered because
only certain things. Like I was
when he gets his
I was there live when he showed up. He got booed. He did certain things, got him cheered. Then he did other things that got him booed. But that's another thing. But these guys are in black and white, and Cody and Britt Baker especially. You put her in Pittsburgh, overwhelming. You put Riho in there with Britt Baker, and it's not in Pittsburgh. Guess who's gonna get cheered? Riho's gonna get cheered. You put
Britt Baker might get cheered more now. I don't know. People really like her.
Yeah,
I don't remember last time that girl got booed.
But
Statlander attacked her, and Chris Statlander, who's a face, got booed.
Yeah, because Britt Baker is very popular and is a star, and she comes off as a superstar, and she's cool. You know what I mean? She's not like an MJF type who's just he's gonna try to get heat. Like Britt Baker is not out there trying to get as much heat as possible. Like she's just going out there and she's Britt Baker. Yeah, she has a twinge of arrogance, but she's an anomaly. Like they like her. They just like she's cool. That's it. Like Adam Cole. Look at Adam Cole.
I mean, well, yeah, that's another guy. He's just too cool. Like he's
cool. Yeah.
No, but I just find it funny that like Britt Baker and Cody, I just feel like every time I watch them and it's like I don't care what like people think. This is what I feel when I see them. I get like seeing them live and on TV. I just feel like every time I see Britt Baker and Cody, I always think in my head, it will feel right if they switch reactions because it's just like they both get the opposite reaction. It's very fun. I think it's funny. I'm not saying like, oh, turn to me, turn to like, look, I just think it's funny because it's like Cody he tries so hard to be a good guy, but he just always looks like an asshole. And Britt Baker rips people's teeth out, and people are like, yeah, it's fun. I don't look, listen, like, I think they should just be outright and be like, look, listen, y'all don't like Cody, we don't like you.
Who's gonna say that? Wait, what are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, like, I wouldn't mind if they made Cody heel because like I feel like that's the more natural reaction for him, but I don't know.
Okay, Eddie Kingston versus CM Punk. Everything about this match I loved. I can't even like this is the kind of thing that's like one, it was nothing like any other match on the show, and it was just a beatdown, it was just a smackdown, and it was exactly how the program was set up, and it was great. What'd you think?
This felt, especially this more than anything on the show, felt like very real to me. Like especially the build up. I believe these guys wanted to beat the crap out of each other. And I didn't mind that the crowd was cheering both of them because the story itself was so like fun and believable. Like I didn't care like, oh, why are you cheering Eddie? Like even though he's being no. Like both these are two guys who both have the crowd on their side and also both have people who maybe might, be against them. It was very interesting. This was to me was like very polarizing, but in a way that's not like super distracting at all. Like this was great. Like I enjoyed this more than anything else on the show, even though I didn't enjoy the show.
Yeah, everything about this was believable, and it was. What else can I say? I mean, yeah, like it was one of those things where it's just it wasn't black and white. You didn't need a traditional babyface, didn't need traditional heel. You didn't need that. This match didn't warrant that. You went out there, two guys who got a problem with each other, and they duked it out. And it was brutal and it was violent. It didn't need a stipulation. It was off the rails. It was, again, totally different from anything else on the card. And it wasn't patterned. It was very unpredictable. I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought CM Punk got knocked out. I thought that was it, but nope. And I thought it was just, God damn, it was everything I like about pro wrestling. It was just very it was a complete opposite of like the Young Bucks match, the Young Bucks and Jurassic Express and Christian, in a good way. It was good. I'm glad it was not like that match because it shouldn't be, but they weren't doing anything they were doing, and CM Punk and the Bucks weren't doing anything Punk and Eddie Kingston were doing it. I thought it was really good, and yeah, I might watch that match again because I was just floored. It was just unbelievable, and the crowd again, they didn't, they booed certain things that CM Punk did, and because Eddie Kingston is so Eddie Kingston, and he was just so, he's captivating, and he's easy relatable, just like CM Punk. But yeah, it was just really cool. I loved it.
And I see, like this match to me had a lot of authenticity. They never, I don't think throughout the match, they never lost that energy. They never like got off track. Like it stayed its course the whole way. It started with people beating the crap out of each other, and it ended with someone beating the crap out of each other, with them beating the crap out of each other. Like it was great. Like CM Punk, like, Eddie Kingston started the match beating the crap out of Punk, biting him and like, knocking him out, and CM Punk ended the match elbowing him, and then wait, he gave him the GTS after he elbowed him to death? Okay. Like,
so what'd you think about CM Punk winning?
Oh yeah, I had no problem with it. I mean, it was kind of interesting that like people were into them so much that they like, I heard a little like I heard like some boo. Like, I mean, tell me what you heard. You were there live. I heard some boos for when Eddie Kingston lost, but then it quickly like shifted back to like, people being happy for Punk. Because guys love, but
yeah, when CM Punk won, it was no, not at all. It was overwhelming. CM Punk, they love CM Punk over there. It was unbelievable, and it didn't matter. Like if Eddie Kingston would have won, it would have been just the same, because again, these are two alphas, and because again, if you watch Steve Austin and Brett, who won that match? You remember who won that match? Did you see it?
Wait, oh no, well, Austin passed out.
Yeah,
Brett won.
Yeah, but who do people talk about from that match?
Austin.
He didn't tap out. So it doesn't matter. Losing does matter if it, consistently, and depending on how you lose. But like in this case, he looked like CM Punk was pushed to the limit. He barely got that. He barely won. And I thought the way they laid it out was just great. Hopefully, let's say CM Punk is in the title picture. Great. But if he's not in the title picture, I have to wonder what was the point of him winning, but we'll just have to see.
I think MJF should be in the title picture next, but that's the thing. Like, I do actually agree with you, and like in a sense of like, that's one of the reasons why I kind of was in favor of Eddie Kingston like winning, in the sense, because like if Eddie Kingston had choked him out, it actually would have made sense, because like the first thing he did before the bell even rang was knock him out, cause severe blow to his head. So like, if he had choked it actually would have been full. It also would have been full circle if he had ended the match while choking Punk out, because he started by knocking him out. And like, I don't think it would have hurt Punk if he had lost to an angry Eddie Kingston who wanted to beat the crap out of him. But the result either way, like I still, it didn't change how I felt about the match. This is like my favorite thing.
I really liked the street fight. I talked about briefly with
street fight.
It was the Bucks and Adam Cole versus Jurassic Express and Christian. I thought it was a whole lot of fun, and it was very entertaining, and it felt like a street fight, and it was brutal. Adam Cole got some color, and they brawled all over the arena, did some wild and crazy spots, and this is the match to do wild and crazy spots. And
yeah, I figured if they're gonna do if they're gonna have a reason to jump off of everything,
this is the time on pay-per-view. Yeah. This is where you jump off of stuff.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Sammy Guevara did it too. You jump off of stuff here.
Like I've talked about like my usual complaint with some past AEW feuds where they would start like they'll have like a war games on like TV and then like a wrestling match on a pay-per-view, but this was like they actually had the crazy match on the pay-per-view, which is like it was very fitting for a pay-per-view. All the craziness. If this happened on Dynamite for like for as long as it did, I would have been like, all right, all right, boys. but this happening on a pay-per-view was fun, very fun.
Jungle Boy winning was perfect.
Oh yeah, he beat Matt too. So that it's like that you can still do another a rematch between him and Adam Cole.
Yeah, that I gotta see. I want to see that. Yeah. That one-on-one match, I'd love to see. But that concerto looked great. Like I wasn't so far away from that. I'm like, wow, it looked really good. It looked awesome.
Did you like it better than when Adam Cole got the concerto on? Wait, was it Dynamite or Rampage got the concerto?
Yeah, I think it was Dynamite.
I love that because he like twitched for like a lot.
Yeah. No, I think it was Matt that got it, and he was dead. He was just dead. Like,
the pay-per-view Matt got it. But like in the preview of this match, I don't know if you saw, like there was a slow motion bit after that where Christian was holding the chair up in slow motion, but then in slow motion you can see Adam Cole slow motion twitching in slow motion.
That's great. That's great. It's fucking great. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, main event. So.
Oh wait, there are others. Like
we don't gotta talk about everything. Oh, it was Top Team and Inner Circle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There's nothing really to say. I mean, it was fun. It was cool, but I mean, Sammy Guevara looked like a superstar.
Match, actually.
They did a great Eddie tribute. I thought the finish was really good. I mean, it was it was a brawl.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Eddie tribute. Yeah,
he did a frog splash. It looked really good. Jericho. That's the thing. Jericho he's 50. And he doesn't do a whole lot of he still does like, his lying salt and stuff like that, but he doesn't do a whole lot of high flying stuff because Jericho is a guy who doesn't do the same things over and over again. He always reinvents himself. He did a frog splash because, this is the weekend, this is the anniversary, the weekend that he died and the city that he died. And it was a lot of emotion in the air, and Jericho was, I think he was tearing up a bit.
No, he clearly was. Like,
it was.
I was like, damn.
It was because I was sitting behind. Because I was facing the hard cam, but like all the wrestlers were looking towards the hard cam, so I couldn't really see Jericho's face, but I looked on the screen and he looked like he was,
Yeah, like I was like, oh damn, yeah, I didn't.
That was his boy.
Crazy. Did Santana wear Eddie Guerrero's boots?
I don't know.
No, I think I told you just like I think a while ago. I don't remember how long ago exactly. Like, but Vic Guerrero did give him Eddie Guerrero's like the golden flame boots. She gave him.
Really?
Yeah, she gave him that. Like he wore it on like I think it was on a Dynamite or like I was thinking, he might come out with those again tonight. I don't remember if he did, but
yeah.
But like in terms of all the Eddie Guerrero tributes of the night, I really did enjoy it. There was actually was one part. I think someone. I think it was the FTR match, the FTR tag match, where they were mocking, like they were actually mocking Eddie Guerrero because he.
Yeah, Dax Harwood, and you got crazy heat. Crazy.
Oh my god.
It was great. It was awesome the way he did it. It was really good.
Yeah, that match was great.
That match was good too, yeah. And again, with the Mexican stars, Lucha Brothers, oh, man, they were over shit. This is the Midwest. This is Minneapolis. They love the Lucha Brothers here. And here's another thing. All the bullshit of, with foreign talent and they don't speak English, whatever. But like, look, real recognize real. You know what I mean? Like you put two people, it doesn't matter if they speak English or not. With Rio was one of the most popular people they had when she was here. She's still here, but I think she moved to the States. But anyway, it's another. But she was still crazy over. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter if you're really good and you come across as a likable person, a star, and whatever. People are going to connect to you. And the Lucha Brothers, they were super popular before AEW. So now they're even more popular because AEW's gotten bigger. So great. Okay, main event. Adam Page versus Kenny Omega AEW title. What'd you think?
Oh yeah, this was very good. I loved there was a sick Liger bomb that Kenny did to Hangman from the top rope.
Yeah, I saw that. It was nuts.
Oh my God, I was like, I thought Hangman was like, he literally folded him like cardboard. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
That was insane. Yeah, this match was like very, very. I'm never gonna watch it again. Like it was like it was a lot of crazy things happening, but it wasn't like overwhelming. It was very. It just moved. It was just moved fast.
Like, yeah, it was, and they did a ref bump, but it was the only ref bump throughout the whole show, and I like what they did because
when was the last time AEW did a ref bump?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Yeah.
But great, that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, it is. Like, it's like, wow, yeah, it stood out.
When Hangman for the first time went for the buckshot, Hangman, Kenny being smart, took and being a heel, moved the referee in his way and bang.
He wiped him out. Like as Tony Schiavone would say, he wiped him out.
Yeah, and as a fuck you to Kenny, he did the one-winged angel, but then Kenny kicked out because, Kenny, he's great. He's not stupid. He's not stupid, but it's like he's Kenny, he's not just some guy, but wow, and the finish was awesome. He hit him with it twice, I think. Yeah, he hit him with the buckshot twice on it.
No, yeah, he hit him like in the back of the head. No, it was interesting.
Yeah, hit him in the back of the head, then he did
because the Bucks, it was like kind of interesting. Like the Bucks came out and like Nick went to one side of the ring. He looked at Hangman while he was about to do the buckshot. He didn't stop him. Like everyone thought he was gonna stop him. He didn't stop him. And he buckshotted Kenny to the back of the head, and then he saw Matt, and Matt nodded it at him too, and then he finished him off. Like it was kind of cool because everyone thought they were gonna, interfere, but they didn't. Yep. And they were actually by his side. Something he thought that they would never do.
I thought it was tremendous. I thought it was all good. It was a really good moment, a really good feel-good moment. It was just a culmination of everything, and wow.
It was the first time in a while where I saw the Bucks and I didn't like laugh or like groan. I was like, wow, like they no cacaws.
I love the caca. I died. I every time I see it, I howl. I think, oh man, it's so funny. It's very entertaining. It's all good. But it's funny with the Bucks. Yeah, they're funny and they're silly and they're goofy. But when it's go time, it's go time. You know what I mean? Like with the New Day, it's the same thing with the New Day. They throw pancakes and they dance and trumpets, but when it's go time, it's fucking go time. But anyway, overall, I thought this show, this is probably the best full year. It's one of the best pay-per-views of the year. It was all about the future. All the young people got their shine. That's really what it was. And yeah, AEW is on the rise, and I love it. I think it's great. This is good for wrestling too, and also with the New Japan relationship kind of growing. I love to see what's going to happen there. But your overall thoughts on this year Full Gear show?
No, it was very fun. It was very good, despite like any like technical issues I had. Like it. Man, it was kind of. I will say it was worth going through a lot of the technical issues. This is a show I didn't want to miss. And I have to really think about like stuff that I didn't like. If there was only one thing I probably would have changed, one thing, and this is personally, I would have changed. And I just because I'm not a Cody fan. Instead of making like Cody and Pac versus Malachi and Andrade, I would have probably just done like Pac and Andrade 3. Because it's like, on pay-per-view and like, I don't think anyone would have complained about that. I guess like when I saw him coming out, I thought, oh wait, he's gonna wrestle Pac again? That's gonna be great. And then I remember it was a tag match. I was like, oh.
Actually, I'm glad it wasn't on. I'm glad that wasn't on this show because look who else is on this show: Bryan Danielson, CM Punk.
Oh wait, Kenny Omega, Bryan Danielson and Miro.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. That match was fucking remarkable. Yeah. Arguably the best
match I've ever seen.
Arguably the best, yeah. And the thing is, Miro, think about how this motherfucker came in. He was the best man. I hated that gimmick so much. I was not even a big Rusev fan from the beginning. But, I liked his act with Lana, but then he just became just a dude, and I didn't really give a shit. But here, this what's this whole thing? He's God's favorite champion at the time, but, he talks to God and his wife and all that shit. I think that's fucking cool. And man,
his promos, his priest-like promos,
they're great.
Are very enjoyable to me.
So good.
Like, oh God, this guy's deranged. Because it makes you think, like, this guy's deranged. Like, because I believe that, like, he's dangerous. Like, he's deranged.
And this Bryan Danielson.
It's like, yeah, a zealot. Yeah. He comes off, Miro comes off like a zealot. And
he's like a religious conduit. It's great. And this Bryan Danielson, what can you say about this guy? It hasn't already been said. He is probably one of, if not the greatest wrestler that we have right now. It's just, my God, you watch him, and it's just, you're just in awe. Like, not because of the moves he does, which is nothing wrong with that. I don't mind moves or whatever, but like, this guy makes wrestling look believable. And that's the thing. Like, he's not going to out celebrity a Roman, whoever is in WWE. He's not going to be John Cena. He's not going to be Hogan.
He's also not going to say dumb things on outside interviews.
That's another thing. Whatever. But like, that's not what I'm saying. Is he's not going to out famous any of those people. Well, what he is going to do, and that's how he got famous, is to make wrestling appealing and look believable to somebody who's probably like, yeah, this wrestling thing. Oh, what did you think about the length of the show? Did you think it was too long, too short? What?
I'm not gonna lie. After Punk and Kingston, I guess I was ready for the main event. But then I remembered, like, oh wait, no, yeah. After Punk and Kingston, after the women's title match, I was kind of ready for the main event, like, because I thought, oh wait, what else? But then like there was like that other tag match, but the show did not drag on to me at all, like at all. Like usually, like the show was like 4 hours.
Yeah, it was like 4 and change.
4 hours. Yeah, and like no, like the length was fine. I didn't think it dragged on at all.
I mean, I was at, on Central Time. So the proper pay-per-view started at 7 and finished at 11. So I can imagine it finished at midnight here in the.
No. It did finish. It did finish midnight here because I actually forgot. Like, wait. There was 2. I forgot, like, there were 2 of the matches that they were supposed to show.
Yeah, but it's funny. Okay, the system that AEW has as far as pay-per-views, the quarterly thing, brilliant.
No, it's fine. It avoids like,
burnout.
Yeah.
Because wrestling now, we're in a burnout. There's so much stuff happening. It's just like Wrestle Kingdom this year. It's like, it's going to be 3 nights. It's like, what? Come on, man. It's too much. God damn. Like, but I felt that, maybe if they shaved off a half hour of the show, it would have been fine, better.
Who is one thing?
Yeah.
I don't mind a 2-night Wrestle Kingdom. Well, a few years ago, I didn't mind a 2-night Wrestle Kingdom, but.
Look, if I'm in Japan and there's 2 nights of Wrestle Kingdom, okay,
3?
But 3, that's
2
crazy.
nights is already a lot of change. 3?
That's too much. It's too much. Come on, man. Like,
it's making a festival at that point.
Yeah, and I hate festivals.
No, you know what I mean. But if you're gonna make something 3 freaking nights, like,
it's
Jesus.
just 1 night. Whatever. That's another conversation. But anyway, it's been the Wrestling Caucus. I'm Peter A.
I'm Smiley Arriaga.
And follow us on the socials at Wrestling Caucus Twitter, at the Wrestling Caucus Instagram. And of course, the whole archive is on peteraradio.com/the Wrestling Caucus. I'm tired. I'm going to watch more Sopranos and get some rest.